Carved from unfamiliar metal in an alien style, this mysterious object yet glows with a pulsating inner light that is familiar to you. The Carved from unfamiliar...
What was that?
Magister wipes his blooded face with a grimy rag as he strides towards you. Eyes narrowing with suspicion, he halts several feet away, one hand on the hilt of his weapon.
And you are? Voidkin, you'll not add to your collection on my watch.
The Aetera. What an incredible discovery.
The pedestal seems empty, as if it once supported something powerful. You surmise that this was once the resting place of the Aeteran. If this is what Dallis was looking for, then she has claimed her prize.
This must be where the Magisters found the Aeteran.
Over there, on the tables. Those are my people's tablets.
The unusual tablet is marked on all sides with runic inscriptions that look like they were hacked into indecipherability with a chisel or similar instrument. As your fingertips trace these mutilated runes, your eyes flicker closed of their own accord. You see nothingness, vast, dark, and empty. You sense something ancient watching you, perusing you like a prison guard would watch a wayward ant scuttling across the floor of a cell. From within the endless emptiness, a voice hums into being and calls to you, God-woken. You sense an interest within the cold voice addressing you. Beyond the interest, you sense fangs, voracious hunger, a bottomless appetite that no sustenance could ever sate. You see your life flash before your eyes, every memory flitting by like a moth's wings at a lantern. The vision reaches the present moment and diverges into multiple strands, impossible to keep track of. Your brain aches with the effort of trying to keep up with the intelligence as it sifts through your every potential future. You see salvation and destruction and every shade of existence in between. And all of a sudden, it's over. Blackness rises once more, just as it was at the start. Eternal darkness and you. An electric feeling pulses in your fingertips, and a force field of some kind pushes you away from the tablet.
If that was some kind of test, I'm really not sure whether I passed or failed.
The tablet is marked on all sides with eternal runic inscriptions, but they look like they were. As your fingertips trace these mutilated runes, your eyes flicker closed of their own accord. You see nothingness, vast, dark, and empty. You sense something ancient watching you, perusing you like a prison guard would watch a wayward ant scuttling across the floor of a cell. From within the endless emptiness, a strangely familiar voice hums into being and calls to you. God-woken. Fane. You sense an interest within the cold voice addressing you. Beyond the interest, you sense fangs, voracious hunger. You see your life flash before your eyes, every memory flitting by like a moth's wings at a lantern. Your brain aches with the effort of trying to keep up with the intelligence as it sifts through your every potential future. You see salvation and destruction and every shade of existence in between. And all of a sudden, it's over. An electric feeling pulses. The tablet seems to glow from within with a subtle light. Etched runes cover its surface. The markings feel familiar, but your fingertips burn so hot it feels like they are melting. An energy seems to travel between the tablet and your hands, sparking knowledge directly into your mind, as if electrical sensations sizzle in your mind. You understand that the runes are ancient Rivellonian, the oldest known language. You feel the fragments under your fingers, An Lesru. You know not how, but you understand the meaning of these words with the very marrow of your being. One must rise. Then your fingers grow cold to the bone. Suddenly, you are just a person standing in a cavern, clinging to a stone tablet as if it were a life raft. Your fingertips burn so hot. Looking down at the tablet, you feel the words, you feel a connection, pulse. Then your fingers grow cold to the bone. Suddenly, you would... The little rat squeaks up at you inquisitively, beady little eyes full of something approximating intelligence.
Are you a poet? Do you know it? Do I show it? I write a rhyme in my spare time. It's about a bird, but I need a word.
He eyes you shrewdly, then sniffs with judgment.
Not what I was looking for. Now I'll bid you good day, boar.
The stone relic pulls on your consciousness. You feel the tendrils of an ancient hunger trespassing within your soul, seeking something you have. Source. As your fingertips brush the cool stone, you feel the depths of your being crack open. Your power flows from you into the relic, yet a reverse current flows back into you with a sharp electrical shock repels your hands from the stone and sends you staggering backward.
A recipe to craft Mask of the Shapeshifter? Well, it's disappointing.
Magisters. What are they up to?
No, madam. I'll get a replacement here right away.
On your guard. There's someone down there.
Guess I know what I need to do now.
Impressive. A barrel-filling machine for the oil, I believe.
From somewhere deep within the inner workings of the machine comes an irregular clanking sound, then a weak gurgle. Inoperable, it seems. The machine churns into life. Gears rotate and pistons hiss from somewhere within its metal housing. It settles into a slow metallic chug, ready for the next lever, perhaps. The machine churns into life. Gears rotate and pistons hiss from somewhere within. It settles into a slow metallic chug, ready for the next lever, perhaps. The machine churns into life. Gears rotate and pistons hiss from somewhere within its metal housing. The machine rattles, grinds, and hisses for a protracted moment, building in intensity. Then settles down into a steady mechanical thrum, functional by the sound of it.
It's working.
Best avoid any open flames around this lot.
Your footsteps fall into a heavy rhythm, like a pickaxe striking stone. A dozen pickaxes working in labored unison. Your hands feel empty. Why isn't there a pickaxe in them, joining the crew? The steady rhythm of the pickaxes is drowned out by a sonorous growl. A hot breath spills across your shoulders from high above. In that heat is a memory, a dwarf yearning to dig, unable to stop. The archaeologist led his crew for months, digging for a beast's bones. His empress needed them to forge a set of armor. A single sharp claw pierces your soul and twists. Something jagged fills your hand, a potent rune of fire.
This small token is a promise of greater things to come. Bind the armor set together once more, and be rewarded. You must wander far to find more of the armor. Travel to the Nameless Land and follow the symbols of the dragon worshippers.
As the voice fades from your ears, a sigil appears in the air above you, a flaming arrowhead. The armor you bear surges with a cold pulse in response, seeking your attention. The spirit keeps glancing back, a difficult task since his shoulders are tense as iron.
How can I help?
The dwarf's shoulders sag in relief when he sees you.
Thank you, friend. Couldn't scarcely think before you took me back to that place. Name's Rufus, former dig site chief and archaeologist. Currently a dead dwarf. At your service. Being dead's not very special. I'm more impressed you can talk to me. Oh, involved is an interesting way to put it. Bit of a story. But I damn cursed armor. Who strings a pile of bones together and lets it eat people?
The chronicler winces, then tries to hide it by standing up straight.
Empress paid me to dig up the bones of a dragon called the Devourer. Said they were the key to her ascension or something. I found what she wanted. She made him into armor, and when she wore it, well, said the beast started talking to her. Guess when bones start talking, it's better to leave. But the next thing I know, I'm a soul chained up to a pair of shoes. Suppose that'll teach me to be greedy, eh? I wish I knew. Would love to be in the hall with the rest of my kin. But I'm a man of action, not magic.
I've seen places like this in books. Never thought I would see something like this in reality. This is the archaeological discovery of a lifetime.
What a way to die. Down here in this darkness. Poor soul.
The curious sculpture comes alive as you reach out to touch it. It thrums with power and throws flickering, dancing shadows against the walls. The carving is covered in strange glyphs that feel oddly familiar. They surround a gently glowing stone that makes you think of the night sky rolled into a ball. Trying to read the symbols, you hear a faint whispering at the back of your mind, as if you're listening to the echoes of a past age. Your mind swims, and for a moment, the glyphs become clear. You read, "Our first lords babes with power glowed, our seconds born in blood that flowed. Our thirds young to the wind return, our fourths to glowing flames adjourn." Our fifth lord's cubs with minds were blessed, our sixths had brawn beyond the rest. Our seventh's brood spread from earth to glen, and thus no king shall rise again. You try to hold your focus as the whispering echo fades, but the letters waver, contorting and merging until they're nothing but meaningless glyphs once more.
A riddle from the past. Or maybe a riddle about the past. It's Amadia, the mother of wizards.
Dallis, worshipped by my people.
Ah, Duna, a true god, stout of heart and fierce of face.
Blessed Solstice, an elegant god for our elegant people.
Santenza, the goddess of mirth, worshipped by imps. The god of the orcs, Frogir.
Ralik, the first of the Serpent. He was as bullish as Frogir, in his own way.
I say we're through!
What infernal business is this?
Wonder what they did in life to deserve such a wasted place.
As the creature crawls from the sarcophagus, you hear a gasp of breath. Fane steps forward, never taking his eyes off her.
I must speak to her. It is vital. Please, stand aside.
You hear a gasp from the creature as Fane steps forward. It speaks in a hissing, clicking language that seems both completely alien and somewhat familiar. Fane raises his head and responds in the same jolting, clicking tongue. He seems to be pleading with the creature, his hands outstretched. The creature looks down at him and shrieks in rage. Her gestures are quick, strong, and violent. Whatever she said, it seems to have devastated your friend. The verbal barrage continues, but something changes within Fane. He looks up and golden light pours from his skull. When he speaks next, you understand every word, but you're not sure the words are his own.
Aetera, Aetera. I had hoped to see you turn to dust in this tomb. Alone, forgotten, with only your secrets for comfort.
Lady Amadia? You possess him? Have you fallen so far that you seek shelter within that? Does your vessel even know what you did? The war you started? The greed and avarice that saw you betray the Eternals?
The glow fades, and Fane seems to return to himself. He staggers slightly, exhausted by everything that's happened. The creature turns away from him and, panting, turns to you. The creature looks down from its perch, trembling. It crawled out of that sarcophagus as if it had forgotten how to move its limbs. It turns to you, and you see its face is covered by an intricate mask. From behind its unmoving lips, you hear a noise. It starts as a groaning, croaking chatter, but slowly becomes more distinct. It's speaking.
Me saravel te de larontu, Shamory?
The stream of noise cuts off abruptly. After a moment, you hear a jolting, lurching voice.
It wears the face of Zol Stissa, but speaks the tongue of beasts. How cruel. I suspected the Seven Lords won the war after they locked me here, but seeing their faces on dumb creatures, a depressing confirmation. Gods? What is this senseless braying? The Seven Lords were Eternals, just as I am.
Deep within your soul, you feel your god stirring at the sound of the voice. You can feel its anger and fear swelling inside you. The creature leans forward to get a better look at you, clucking and tutting under her breath.
It seems to be a simple form at its core, a source vat. A walking, unfortunately talking, source vat. I wonder how to extract the source from the vessel without...
She pulls back suddenly, recoiling in horror.
It is rotting. Almost imperceptibly, but it decays before my eyes. It must have no more than a century or two left.
The god within you reacts. Her emotions a cocktail of fury and fear. You hear her voice, demanding that you give her control, demanding your body obey her will.
Aetera you were. An eternity locked away was too good for you. I should have seen you ground to dust and fed to the wind. Your heresies deserve nothing less.
The figure recoils, as if struck.
Zol Stissa? What happened to you?
Silence! It is your king that has fallen. He and all the other eternal cowards were flung into the void. And the power you were too scared to hunt has made me a god.
And yet here you stand, small, weak, decaying. I will not even need the Aeteran to grind you into the dust.
You feel your god freeze at the mention of this Aeteran, a cold terror settling in your chest.
Where is it?
Ha! Of course you never found it. You always lacked imagination, my lady. I hid it in these very caves, although I can feel its distance now. Perhaps they intend to flay the godliness from you. No matter. Given your pathetic state, it is mine to collect at my leisure. As for that monstrosity you have made your shell, it was designed to die, and I think it is time that design were fulfilled. Do not worry. The source shall not be wasted. It will carry me from this tomb. It will bring me freedom at last.
The statue looms in the shadowy darkness as the tears dampen your